Hi everyone. So we have been discussing one of the simple thing but the most important thing, especially in solving numericals in physics, that is calculation part. So this mainly gives you the advantage of saving time in examination so that you can attempt more number of questions with perfection. So otherwise what happens is, even though you know everything, what is the question given, what is the formula you have to use, and still you can do mistake at the ending and you may get wrong answer. Or you may take more time to solve one simple question just because of calculation, so that you cannot spend enough time on the other question or next question something. So that's why here you must practice this kind of way of calculation. It's not just about like tricks. It's just like a habit. You need to make it like a habit so that you can do the calculation fast and perfect. Because learning the method is different, applying it in the question immediately and with perfection is different. You should get that thought. You should take that proper steps without any mistake. So that taking approximation, taking multiplication, division or finding square root, everything needs concentration, practice. Throughout this period, like you are going to study for the coming 2 years. So in this period of time, you must practice every time the calculations, how it is happening. And every time you have to do the calculation like you are the first time you are doing it. Next time when you repeat the same question also, you try to do it in the same way, then only you can become master in calculation. Now, so last class we have discussed multiplication, we have discussed some square roots, squares, like that. But today we will also discuss like how to find the square root, also the advantage of remembering cubes of 1 to 10. Sometimes it is also helpful. And how to do the division also, little bit faster and quicker. So for everything I'll say you need to remember first, these are the main basic, like 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, 9 square. Of course you will remember and it is very easy also. After that only how to remember and how to what extent we have to remember, those things also we have discussed in the last class. Like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. So 10 square is 100. Now similar way my suggestion is, please try to remember these cube values also, like 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube, 6 cube, 7 cube, 8 cube, 9 cube, 10 cube. Now of course 1, this is 8, this is 27 and this is 64, this is 125 and this is 216 and this is 49.7, 34, 343 and this is 512, 9 cube, 729, 10 cube, 1000. So please remember this also. Means you don't have to wait for this one. See, being a teacher I can take time because I don't have to give any examination. But being a student, please try to remember everything perfectly. How fast you can, that fast you have to do it in the examination. So after this, why I am specifying this one means, sometimes in physics some situations you will get x power 2 by 3 or x power 5 by 3 you will get. Not like very big number. Not like very big number. You will get these 1 to 10 only 99%. 99% you will get these numbers cube only. Like what you will get is, like here take 343. You may get the situation like 343 whole power 2 by 3. Then you should not get confused. So if you know these things, this calculation will become easier. Like 343 power 2 by 3. So what I can write? Power 1 by 3 whole power 2. What is the formula? This is like x power m whole power n equal to x power mn. This also we will discuss once, because this is also very important, like powers. So multiplication, division, those things also important. We will discuss that also as a part. But here just I am giving you one formula, x power m whole power n, x power mn, same way, 1 by 3 into 2, 2 by 3. So that 343, so immediately after looking it, you should be able to write it like 7 cube. So whole power 1 by 3 and whole square. Now 7 power 3, 7 power 1 by 3, like x power m, x whole power n. So what I can write is 7 power 3 into 1 by 3 whole power 2, 3 get cancelled. So 7 square 49. So that when it is power 2 by 3 or power 5 by 3, what you will write it is 1 by 3 whole power 2 or 1 by 3 whole power 5. So that you will remove this 1 by 3 term. Many times you will get in physics, like thermodynamics, one chapter, or nucleus, another chapter. So some situations, even in any chapter also, you may get the relation of something to the power of 1 by 3 or 2 by 3 or 4 by 3 or 5 by 3. In such situations, these cubes also important. That's why remember these cubes. At least up to 10. If you can remember up to 20 cube also, it is very good. So that will be very good. That is up to your choice, but this is at least compulsory. So this is how these cubes can help you in solving numericals sometimes. And the other thing what we have to discuss today is same square root, but in a different way. We learned something, approximation and other method last class. Now let us see in another way, but again approximation only. Like how to do that one, we need to understand. See here, what you remember is, first you remember 10 square, 20 square, 30 square, 40 square, 50 square, 60 square, 70 square, 80 square, 90 square. I don't think it is difficult, yes or no? Because if you know this one, then these squares are nothing but just you will add 2 zeros additionally. So that 10 square is 100, 20 square is 400, 30 square is 900, 40 square is 1600, 2500, 3600, 4900 and 6400, 8100. So this way, once you remember it, then see 100 to 400, 100 to 400. So 10, 20. So there are 11, 12, 13, 14, so on. Let's take 11 square, next number. 11 square. So 11 square is how much? 121. So here from 10 square to 11 square, when you compare, it became 100 to 121. Approximately the difference is 22. Exact difference is 21, but approximately how much? 22. That means 11 into 2. Next you see 12 square, 144. Here 100, here 144. What is the difference? 44. So 11 fours are 11 fours are. Here 11 2s are next, 11 4s are next. 13 square. 169. So 69, approximately you can take 66 also. Approximately I am telling. So you have to round it off, approximate values. So that 11 6s are 2, 11 2s are, 11 4s are, 11 6s are. Then 14 square. 14 square means what? Here. 196. So approximately 99 you can take. 96 difference. But you can take approximately 99. 11 9s are. So that this kind of difference will come. But anyhow, you don't have to bother up to 30 because I told you to remember the squares of up to 30 square. But main thing, after 30 you feel difficulty. So that how to take the approximate values using these things, that we need to understand. So if you find these kind of differences, then you can make some logic and you can understand it. We will see it. Let's take 80 square. How much? 6,400. Next, 81 square. 81 square. So approximately what I am suggesting you is, from one to next one, you take the difference approximately, you will get the almost approximately correct answer. Which number square is there? Before 81, round figure 1, 80. So difference you take double that of 160. Then 81 square. So 6,400 plus 160. 6560. Let us try to do it. 81, 81. 18864. 1465. 6. So 6561. Approximately same. Or let's take some other number like 85 square. 85. Now 80 to 1. 1 to 2. 2 to 3. 3 to 4. 4 to 5. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 differences will come. So 16 5s are 80. So almost 800 difference will come. That means 6,400 plus 800 is 7,200. Let's take 85 into 85. We'll see approximately we'll get correct or not. 5 5s are 25. 5 8s are 40, 42. 8 5s are 40. 8 8s are 64, 68. 5 2, 12, 1, 7. So 7,225. Just 25 difference. Approximately you are getting same. So this way you can understand the question and you can approximately take the value. Like, see here now, 6,400 is the square of 80. 8,100 is square of 90. Now between these two you take some number approximately. So here I am taking some 7,500. So they are asking you to find root of 7,500. So when you look at root of 7,500, you need to understand that, see here, 7,500 means here it is in between these two. That means the value must be between 80 and 90. So you can take this as reference or this as reference. If you take this as reference, you have to take the difference. 6,400, 7,500. How much is the difference? 1,100. So 1,100 is the difference. So 80 double means 160. How many 160 will become 1,100? 16 9s are 96. 16 7s are 112. So 1120 approximately. So that means 7. That means 87 approximately. 87 approximately. Let's take 87, 87. 9, 6, 5, 7. So 7, 5, 6, 7. If you round it off, approximately what? 7,500. So this way, using these things, you can find the square root of any number up to 90. Not 90, 100 also. But you will not get more than that in physics calculation. So, but the way of taking depends upon practice. It's not logic. If you understand the logic, you will not get anything. Only thing, you knew one thing, that's it. But if you practice such things every time when you calculate, when you practice such things, whatever logics you know, don't simply stick to my logics only. You might be knowing some other logics. You might be well or better than me at calculations. You follow your calculations, but finally, ultimately what we require is fast and perfect. That is what we require. So, but every time you need to understand the importance of taking approximation. Without approximation, if you go for the calculation in physics, most of the questions, especially in NEET entrance, what happens is you will take more time. Only when the options are very closer, then only you don't try to take approximation. But such kind of questions, they give very rarely, 0.1% or 1%. But what we have to mainly focus on, 90%. Don't bother about 1%, 2%. First you bother about 90%, so that you will get good mark. So please try to understand the importance of calculation. Square, square root, cube, cube root. So everything makes matter, right? So this is how you please try to take care of square, cube, square root. So this is the data you need to remember. Practice, please practice. Then only you can get the perfection. Let us discuss one more example. Any number, just take randomly. Now, like between these two, let us take. Between these two. Now 2500, 3600, let me take 3000 under root 3000. See, one way you can take this one, that 30 into 100 immediately, so that you can write it as 10 root 30. 10 root 30. So root 30, root 25, 5, root 36, 6. So approximately it is between 5 and 6. You can take approximately 5.5, approximately. So that 55. Or else, using this method, if you take, using this method, see, you may get 54.5 or 55.1 something, but approximate value I am telling. Now if you take this one, see, root 3000. If you take this one, what is the difference? 500. 2500 and 3000. Because this 3000 is lying between 2500 and 3600. So immediately your thought should go that the under root, square root of value must be between 50 and 60. That you will come to know only when you remember all these values. So that here 500 is the difference. Now if you consider 50, what you will do? You will add 50 into 2, that is 100. 100 plus 100. For 51 you will add 100. For 52 you will add 2 into 100. For 53 you will add 3 into 100, like that. So 500 means 5 into 100. That means what should be the answer? 55. After 5 more differences should come. That means 55. Or else you take 60 square reference. Now here 3000, here 3600. Now what is the difference? 600. But now you are taking 60 square as reference. But this is less than 60 square. So obviously the value 60 minus something. Now what is the double of 60? 120. So 59 if you want, you subtract 120 from here. Please try to understand. For every square root, when you want to find, you will get two references because this will lie between any two. Like here it is lying between 2500 and 3600. If you take the upper one, then you will get 50 plus something is the answer. If you take lower one, that minus something you will get the answer. Now, before taking that, you have to find the difference. If this is your reference, find the difference, like 500. Then, the formula also I will tell you, like the difference. Let's take some delta x divided by divided some number. See here 50 into maybe 2, 3 or 4 or 5, some x should be equal to this difference 500, sorry 2 into 50, because you have to take 50 reference means 2 into 50. So 2 into 50. If you take 51, here x is 1. If you take 52, x is 2. If you take 53, x is 3. But here we don't know x, so you are finding x. So 500 by 100, so how much? 5. That means after 50 you have to add 5. 50 plus 5, 55. But if you take 60 as reference, then 2 into 60 into x equal to, with this what is the difference? 600. So 600 means 0, 0, 6, 10. So x equal to 10 by 2. Again how much? 5. But here you are taking greater number. So 60 minus 5. Then what is the answer? 55. So if you take this as reference, 50 plus something. If you take this as reference, 60 minus something. So understanding the method is somewhat easier. But while applying, you need to take care. But also you need to be fast, which completely depends upon your practice. Right? So please try to understand it. One last and final example I will explain you, so that we can go for division. How to do division little bit faster. See here. Now let me take 900 to 1600 one number. So let's take 1200. So root 1200. So here root 1200 is between 900 and 1600. First thing you should come to know. Now next thing what I said. So after comparing, you will come to a conclusion that the root value must lie between 30 and 40. Or this must be greater than 30, less than 40. Greater than 30, less than 40. The answer must be greater than 30, less than 40. That is for sure. And I said, if you want to take 30 as reference, what you have to do? 2 into 30 into x. Means this x is the one you have to add to 30. Equal to the difference between this and this. 1200, 900. How much? 300. 3 tens. So x equal to approximately 5. 5.1, 5.2, if you got it also, you take 5 only, approximately. So that 35. Or else if you got suppose 5.2 something, then 35.2 approximately you take. So what is the answer? 35. Or else if you take 40 is reference, what I am telling, 2 into 40 into x. This x value, now you have to subtract from 40 equal to, now the difference. Now you are taking 40 is reference. So you have to take the difference of 1600 and 1200. How much? 400. So 0, 0. 4, 10. So 2 5s are. So x is how much? Again 5. So 40 minus 5, 35. So this way also you can find square root. This will also help you in the calculation, right? So let us learn few things, are just like how to do little bit faster when it is about division of two big numbers. Small numbers means easily you can do it. If the numbers are big, then how to do that? That also let us try to understand it. Now let us try to understand the method or the way how can we approach while doing division so that we can do little bit faster than the normal. See, first I will tell you the logic. See, usually when you take 1/2 ratio, next 1 plus 1, I added 1 here, then you add 2 plus 2. That means here ratio is 1:2, means here if you add 1, here you have to add 2, so that the ratio becomes same. Again it is what? 2/4 equal to 1/2. Or else here 1 plus 3, 2 plus 6 equal to 4/8, 1/2. Let's take another one like 1/3. Now you add 1 to numerator, but here ratio is 1/3, so you have to add here 3 times. So here you are adding 1 means here you have to add 3 into 1, 3. So that is 2/6, 1/3. Now 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2. Now 3 plus, here I am adding 2 numerator. So here ratio 1/3 means you have to add 3 times. So 3 2s are 6. So 3/9. How much? 1/3. So here, like in generally I will write 1/x equal to, if you add 1 plus y, then here you have to add like 1 plus x into y, like see 1/x, x is 3, then 1 plus 1, y is 1, I added 1, divided by, then x plus, sorry, this is x plus 3 plus 3 into 1, that is x into y. Or else here 1 plus 2, 1 is 1 only, y is 2, I am adding 2, divided by x is 3, 3 plus x into y, x is 3, y is 2, 3 into 2, 6. So if you understand this logic, then you can take approximation of some big divisions. Like, let me tell you something one randomly. Let's take 243 by 320. 243 by or 420. Let's take for understanding. Let us take first simple one. So 243 by 420. See here 2/4. Here like 2/4. So now 2/4 means what is the ratio will become? Nothing but 1/2. 1/2. Yes sir. Only look at the first numbers approximately. So 2/4 is 1/2. Now what you can do is first you look at the denominator. Approximate it to round figure number closest one. Like if it is more than 450, like 460, 470, you can approximate it to 500. You are adding. So if you add here something, then here also you have to add something. But if you make this one either 400 or 500, then the calculation will become easier. Dividing with 420 or dividing with 400 is easier. So that I will make it as 400. Or else nothing but 4 into 100 approximately. But here I reduced how much? 20. But here the ratio is 1/2. That means if you add here something, then here also you need to add with the same ratio. If you subtract here something, you have to subtract here also something with the same ratio. So here 20 I subtracted. Then here how much I have to subtract? Here 2, here 1 only, half. So 20 I subtracted in the denominator means half is how much? 10. So here it will become 233. So 0, 0 means point will come immediately. So that here 0.45 are 20, 4 8s are 32. So what is the answer? 0.58 approximately. So this way the calculation becomes easier in division. So try to take approximate. Even if the division is like a decimal numbers, like let me take 1.23 divided by 4.149 something. Just take 4.15. Now here what I will suggest you is, first remove these decimals first of all, or it can be 12.3. Now this is 12.3, this is 4.15. Now here decimal is, after decimal 1 is there, here after decimal 2 are there, so that if you cancel that will shift here, or else you can do it in this way. Try to do it in this way. 12.3 by 4.15 I said. Now here to remove the decimal you need to multiply with 10, divide with 10. Here to remove the decimal you need to multiply with 100, or so that here with this 10 decimal will go, with this 100 decimal will go. Now so what will remain? 10. So 1230 by 415. Now here I will do it like, so I will make it 400. So here the ratio now approximately 1 by 4. So here 15 you removed, but the ratio is what? 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 means you need to subtract here 1/4 only. So 15 by 4, approximately 4. So you have to subtract here 4. So 1, 2, here 26 by 400. Now with zeros here point will come. So that 4 3s are 0.06 something. So this way you can do the calculation. But this is not that simple until you practice thoroughly. So this kind of way you need to take approximation. Let us take one last and final example. Take any division. Take any division. So 2043 by something like 8145. See here, either you try to do it with 3 decimals, or here you try to do with 2. But it is better to take single digit, so that here first I will write it as 8000. So how much I subtracted? 145 I subtracted from the denominator. What is the ratio here? 2 by 8, 1 by 4. That means here if you subtract something, here you have to subtract 1/4 of that. That means 145 by 4 by 4. So approximately how much? 36. So if you remove 36, approximately you will get it. So here you have to find out that ratio first. Then you will come to know for what ratio you can add or subtract. You can add, you can subtract. Like suppose same number is there, like here 889 something denominator. Then you will approximate it to 900. Then you will not subtract, you will add how much? 11. According to here whatever number is there, so that you will add here also. Like suppose I am telling this one. 889 I am approximating into 900. Now here I added 11 and the ratio is 1/4. So here you have to add 1/4 of that 11. So 11 by 4 approximately 3. So 226. So that the calculation will become easier. So this way, here also now same thing. 145 by 4 approximately how much? 36. So that you have to add 36. So 79. Then zeros point. Then the calculation will become easier. Because dividing with single digit is always easier for us. So that's why please try to take the number. Or else one more thing also I will tell you. See, simply this one you can take it like 8145. 8145. You can take it like 815 into 10 also. So that this you can approximate it to 800. That way also you can do it. Because sometimes with 3 numbers when you learn, when it comes 4 numbers, you may get confused. But every time the approximation makes the like major or key role. It takes the major role in calculation part, especially in big calculations. And especially in physics, in second PUC, modern physics 1 part is there, where you will get around 4 chapters something. There, almost every year, 6 to 8 questions minimum will come. That also very easy, but all are calculation based. All are calculation based with decimals, with multiplication, division and square root and so on. So there, if you use this logic, you can save much time and you can get 100% correct, and you can get easily 40 plus marks only from that portion. Just remember the formulas and then do the calculation. And in the whole NEET also, approximately 20 to 25 questions will come based on formulas, which requires calculation. Not only this calculation, some other calculations also will be there. Those all things we'll try to discuss. Like last session, we have discussed geometry, simple geometry. Now here this one. Also we will discuss quadratic equation. Also we will discuss powers. So all such things we will discuss continuously. So we will study every basic mathematics we required to solve the physics, which is the main difficult thing for us, right? So thank you so much. Hope you all understood. If you have any doubt, you ask me. You ask me 10 times, I am ready to explain. But take the calculations on your own. Imagine some numbers and try to calculate, try to do every time. Whenever you get bored of, then you take one calculation and try to do it. So that if you practice every time, every day, then you become master. Right? Thank you so much. And belated Happy Vinayaka Chavithi to all of you. Thank you.